everyone, welcome to another edition of Sector 5. I'm your host, as always, Cody the Hangman Heinzman. SmackDown just ended, and I am here to give the Extreme Rules pay-per-view prediction, as Extreme Rules is this Sunday. So, let's get started with the kickoff / pre-show. We have Tyson Kidd and Cesaro defending the Tag Team Championship against the New Day. The way the internet said, it's probably going to be Kofi and Big E. So, that's what I'm going to go with. I wouldn't be surprised if Tyson Kidd and Cesaro actually retained. I could see New Day winning and still getting the New Day sucks chant. I don't understand that at all, but I ain't going to go too far into it. Of course, I'm going to root for the New Day. Kofi Kingston, of course. But it wouldn't surprise me if Tyson Kidd and Cesaro retained the titles, just so we would have the Lucha Dragons at some point face them for the titles. So, next up, we originally had Nikki Bella versus Paige for the Divas Championship. Well, if you follow, then you know what happens. But for those who may be just watching the predictions to see what might be going on, here's what happened. Here's the rundown. The Divas got a chance for a number one contenders Battle Royal. Battle Royal happened. Paige wins. Afterwards, she gets an interview. While she's giving her interview, Naomi, the last person to be eliminated by Paige, comes out and goes after Paige. Pretty much saying what most WWE fans think. If you get a win over top of the champion, you should be in line for the championship. Do I disagree with that? No. I don't disagree with that at all. I mean, this is a little side note. Kofi Kingston did beat Randy Ortain when he was champion and didn't get the championship match. But that's a side note. Anyways, I'll get off my little rant. But anyways, now we have Nikki Bella versus Naomi. Since Naomi put Paige out of action. With the newfound attitude and how long Nikki Bella's held the title, it wouldn't surprise me if Naomi does win it. So next up, we have a street fight between Dean Ambrouse and Luke Harper. It wouldn't surprise me if Harper won. Ambrouse hasn't really bidded well in pay-per-views lately. So it wouldn't surprise me if during the street match, Luke Harper takes Dean Ambrouse out. Next up, we have a last man standing match between The Big Show and Roman Reigns. Oh, I honestly think Roman Reigns can do it. I believe Roman Reigns is going to keep the big man down. So next up, Ziggler versus Sheamus. Winner, well, I'll say do it this way. Loser kisses the winner's arse. Yes, Ziggler versus Sheamus. First pay-per-view back. This one's a little rough. It's first pay-per-view Sheamus is going to be in since returning. So I want to go with Sheamus. But also I can see WWE actually kind of sort of supporting the underdog in this one. And especially with the underdog being Ziggler. I mean, Ziggler isn't too much of an underdog as much people think. I mean, he's been former World Heavyweight Champion, former United States Champion, former Intercontinental Champion. I think he isn't too much of the underdog as much people think. Honestly, I would like to see Sheamus lose. Just because the name of the match is Kiss My Arse. And mainly the name kind of sort of goes more and more towards Sheamus. And you really think Sheamus is going to win. But all in all, in the end, I'm putting it towards Ziggler. I think Ziggler will prove himself at Extreme Rules. So next up, we have John Cena versus Rusev. Russian chain match for the United States Championship. So, for those who may not know how to win a Russian chain match, here's the rundown. Basically, both competitors are going to have a chain wrapped around their wrist, competing, and the only way to win is to be able to touch all four corners of the ring. I don't want to see John Cena's reign end here. And I really hope it doesn't end here. I want to see more John Cena United States Championship Open challenges, and it actually be relevant. Lately with the Open Challenge, John Cena pretty much had the match set to face Rusev. So you knew John Cena was going to retain the title. So, basically these open challenges have not really been open challenges. I would like to see John Cena retain. And I'm going to say John Cena retains as well. But I'd like to see John Cena retain the title and continue the open challenge, and it actually be an open challenge to where the person could actually win the United States Championship. They tried to hype it up as much as possible that John Cena could just be facing Rusev in a chain match. You know, and the United States Championship not be a thing because he's not the United States Champion. But you pretty much knew Cena was going to retain the title and we were going to have the Russian chain match be for the United States Championship. So, I'm going to say Cena wins it, and we continue to see more John Cena Open Challenge on Monday Night Raw. And maybe that first Open Challenge that John Cena does, he loses it. I mean, I would be alright with that. But I want to see an actual legit Open Challenge for the United States Championship that, you know, there could be an actual winner because, as I said, these Open Challenges really haven't been Open Challenges. We're going to do the final match. You may be wondering why I haven't mentioned Daniel Bryan versus Bad News Barrett. That might not be happening. I wasn't going to bring anything up about it. They didn't seem to review about it on SmackDown, so it looks like it might not happen. Daniel Bryan must be sick or something, because they said for health reasons this match might not happen, so Daniel Bryan must be under the weather or something. So, I will not throw a prediction about that because even though it's still shown on the website, they didn't really talk about it on SmackDown. So I'm having a feeling that the match has now been thrown out. So we're going to go on to the final match of the night. We have WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins versus the Viper Randy Orton in a steel cage match where the RKO is banned. With Kane as the gatekeeper. I really want to say Orton with this. For the reason of, I feel that Seth Rollins' title reign is going to be short-lived. I don't feel like, I still don't see Seth Rollins as WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He might be the champion now, but I still haven't seen much in the way of he should be champion. Still, and probably any time I talk about a Seth Rollins World Heavyweight Champion match, we'll probably say this, still very much hated that he cashed in during Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. I wanted to see a winner between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. I will continue to say that in almost every pay-per-view prediction. If Seth Rollins retains the title, and I have to talk about him versus someone else for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, I'm going to say it again because that was such a good match. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Let there be a winner between those two. Then cash in. I would have been fine with that. And you guys are going to get tired of me explaining that. But I feel like a lot of other people have the same stance. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar should have had a winner besides Seth Rollins. So, do I believe Seth Rollins potentially could retain? Yes. I honestly see him retaining, but I also see him being short-lived as champion. I don't know. Is this the end of Kane being with the Authority? Maybe. We might be seeing a change with the Big Red Monster here soon. And I hope when that change happens, that means Mask return, and he actually is the Big Red Monster Kane. Not just, I'm leaving. Bye. I want the return of the monster. It'd be nice if it was worked this way. During the match, Kane goes over to the timekeeper's area, and his mask is like behind the barricade, and he just grabs his mask and puts it on, and we bring back the Big Red Monster Kane, and goodbye to Corporate Kane. That's just a pipe dream, probably. I mean, WWE probably isn't... I don't want to say it this way, but WWE isn't too creative. Sometimes Sector 5 is a little bit more creative than WWE is. And Sector 5 is me and Bone Crusher Becker. Anyways, before I go on more of a rant, that has been the rundown of what I think is going to happen at Extreme Rules. I will throw one more little rant, and then I will end the video. Pay-per-view is called Extreme Rules. Let's look at the match types we have. Tyson Kidd versus New Day is just a one-on-one, tag team competition for the title. Nikki Bella versus Paige. Nikki Bella versus Naomi. No stipulation there. Big Show versus Roman Reigns, last man standing. Oh, okay. Ziggler versus Sheamus, kiss my arse. Oh, okay. Originally, Daniel Bryan versus Bad News Barrett. Nothing. John Cena versus Rusev, Russian chain match. Okay. Seth Rollins versus Randy Ortain, steel cage match. I thought the pay-per-view was called Extreme Rules. Why are none of these matches an Extreme Rules match? Yes, last man standing matches can get extreme. Yes, steel cage matches can somewhat get extreme. I mean, not that extreme. But the last man standing match and the street match, that's the other one. Dean Ambrose versus Luke Harper for the street match. Yeah. None of them say Extreme Rules. This match is not an Extreme Rules. And the pay-per-view is called Extreme Rules. Anybody else a little bothered about that? The pay-per-view is called Extreme Rules. Come on. You need to have at least one match. That's Extreme Rules. Yes, last man standing, you can use... There's no disqualification. Okay. Yes, street fight, no disqualification. Why are none of these Extreme Rules? Why is there not Extreme Rules match? The best one to be an Extreme Rules match... I would say if it happened, Daniel Bryan versus Bad News Barrett. Actually, you know what? With match that's going on, instead of saying a street fight, why not just Dean Ambrose versus Luke Harper? Extreme Rules match. It's Extreme Rules. Okay, I think I've got my point across. My point stands. Extreme Rules needs